Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Harshit's Reaction Corner. He's constantly at the top of the list, albeit this time around, Hersher of the Abyss, a different commenter, had a very, very close second on this. So you better watch yourself, Harshit. Somebody else is coming for your top spot there. But I, of course, am going to be listening to the two that Harshit threw in here. So this is Largo, alla donzella, I believe, and Borrowing Winds of Harmony. This is another set of two themes for characters, so I kind of have an idea of the tones that we might be hearing because some of their character themes do have kind of similar approaches to what they do, but that's obviously not a hard, steadfast rule. There could be something very unique in here, and I won't know if I don't start. So without further ado, let's go. Okay. I'm immediately humbled by my own ego, thinking I knew what was going to be here. What the hell is this? Whoa! I didn't know flamenco funk existed. Definitely has a Spanish flair to it. Maybe not specifically flamenco, but French? Where are we? Just taking a cruise all over Western Europe. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm getting into it. Whew. Didn't expect a bass drop of all things. It's a fat bass line, too. Sirens? What is going on? Oh no! What was that modulation? Okay. This character might just be ADHD. Like the essence, the concept. They just feel like they're everywhere with a sound like that. What the hell? That was sick. So I'm going to kind of refine some of my thoughts from this reaction. I was saying it kind of felt like generically Western Europe, but I think that would end up culminating in a spot near like Central South Europe. So maybe like Italy is probably more accurate to like what the sound is. I would assume, given that we had the accordion in here, that this character might be from like the Fontaine area, because I've talked about and experienced the music from that area before, and it sounds very similar in ways, but it also sounds unique enough that I'm like, okay, this character is definitely not just, you know, a Fontaine special character number 5 or whatever. It's just like that's not their personality, is what I'm trying to say. And that's also reinforced by just how messy this song was. Like, it was fun, don't get me wrong, but it also had so much happening that it feels like the character themselves is one of those personalities that just cannot be nailed down. Like, they are a free spirit, they believe what they believe, they will not shut up about it, and you better listen, otherwise you're going to be the next victim of their constant barrage of attacks. Like, you're I feel like this character is probably insane with whatever ability they have, whatever skill they may have in fighting, and only uses it when you are seen as an obvious threat, or you're just causing them trouble, or maybe their people trouble. Anything like that I would totally understand here. But that energy constantly switching up is really giving me that ADHD feeling that this character just does not have one single solution to anything, and they will do whatever they can. Like, they would just berate you with attacks until you learn your lesson and shut up and sit down. Like, of course, I don't know how accurate I am when I talk about these guesses because I'm just guessing, but that's what I'm getting out of this character because there are so many different things. The energy's there. There's like an elegance to it because of that like guitar in there just being plucked really fast. There's like a skill level there that shows me maybe they're a sword fighter, something like that, that you have to have some sort of an elegance and a grace, but also a constant power and energy that cannot be topped. But then also the like calm, soothing tones of the accordion. For some people, that might not be what an accordion is, but for me, it's a romantic instrument. It makes you feel a little bit more like you're just kind of welcome too. So maybe this person outside of battle and outside of you being their enemy is a very kind, compassionate person. I would totally understand that. But then also that energy of the electronic stuff being thrown in there, that bass line being so heavy. Like, this person isn't exactly normal and might be a little eccentric in some ways, but I feel like that can also be said about pretty much any character in Genshin to some extent. I don't think there's any character that's just like a normal person, which I think would actually be a really funny approach if they haven't done that yet. Just basically make Ted, make the guy, you know, and make Steve, you know, like it's just Steve. He's kind of normal, but he's really good at what he does. But tangent aside, I think that what I've said already about this character is pretty accurate, but that's just my assumption. So let me know how wrong or right I am. And of course, I have to listen to Borrowing Winds of Harmony, which I can only assume is going to be completely different because it's a completely different character's theme. But I guess we'll get to that one next, shall we? Is that a handpan? Okay, so maybe we're going to Asia now. It's feeling like a pentatonic, so maybe. Was that a gong? Okay. There's the Eru. Yep. Oh, maybe it's a Zhonghu. I have a hard time figuring out which one of those two it could be. It's going pretty high. It might be an Eru. That's kind of a dead ringer for an Asian song when you're using traditional instruments. That was a sick little run there on the Eru. So I was right, we're in a completely different area, completely different tone. This theme feels a little bit more strong, self-actualized. That was a really interesting sound there. The way that blended in was gorgeous. Hit me with those arrow solos, dude. I love that. God, that string musician, that Eru Zhonghu player, phenomenal to go that quick. That was brilliant. I cannot get over how phenomenal this Eru player is. I'm just going to assume it's an Eru, not a standard Zhonghu, but just because of the way it sounds and how high it can go. That's usually the Eru's job, to be the higher end of that, but I digress. I'm just going to refer to it as an Eru going forward. Either way, though, phenomenal playing, a virtuoso, if you will. This is somebody who knows the instrument so well that they were able to pull out multiple emotions in one song. These phrasings, everything sounding like it's crying at some points, where I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know you could make an Eru talk like that. Similar to how some people can just make a guitar speak and it's like, whoa, how did you do that? This is kind of where I'm sitting on this. This is a pure understanding and control of that instrument, and being able to reflect a character so clearly through that. They have a phenomenal player on this song. Like I mentioned, this song pulls you through every emotion in the book with just the Eru telling you the story. It's like a vocalist singing the song. You can hear every little change in the story being told, and that is just It's brilliant. I really can't, I'm struggling to find the words to say how much I love that, but the song doesn't just do that well. It's like it's showing you the personality of the character. It's like you can feel the precision, the sadness, the joy, the pain, you know, like everything that this character may have felt during this song. Like every part of their life story is being laid out in front of you through just this one instrument, and it is just brilliant. The precision in here, all those fast runs and everything that are being done, that shows me that this character isn't only dealing with all of that emotional turmoil in their life, but is also just an absolute powerhouse, a skilled perfectionist in their art, their talent, whatever it may be. Again, this kind of feels a little bit like the last one, where like those faster things, that precision in the instrument, like it was with the guitar in the prior, this feels like the character may be a sword wielder, or at very least has something to do with a very precise instrument of choice, a very precise weapon of choice, where you have to effectively be a god to be able to use it as well as this character. This is a powerhouse, an unstoppable, sheer force of nature, and that kind of reflects in the music as well, because everything feels like it's harmonious with itself, even though there is turbulence in the song. It never really feels like any of it is out of whack with itself. It all feels like it's working together. Every piece of this instrumental feels like it's talking to and with each other. It's just such a conversation piece, and I love that energy entirely. I really am struggling to find more words to say about it, because this song, just talking about it musically, is phenomenally over the top. The musicality in this is nuts, as I've already talked about, but also the ability to tell you the story of the character through all of that, and make it so clear what this character's personality is like and how good they are at what they do through just this instrument and just this one piece. In the other song, there were multiple instruments, multiple genres almost, that were kind of reflecting this character's personality potentially. In this one, they didn't need that. This character had one that represented them, that represented it so damn well that it's making it hard for me to find new words. But as a certified yapper, I will do my best to find the words I can, and I hopefully did that in this video. So thank you all so very much for watching. I think that's about all I'll say for these. Both of them phenomenal songs in their own rights, both perfectly reflecting the characters' personalities in my opinions, as long as I am correct about those. If I got it wrong, then, you know, ignore me, but hopefully these songs are pretty close to what I said, so that would just add even more props to them to be able to do that so damn well. These are just amazing tracks, and if you have any other songs you want me to get to from Genshin, by all means, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to get to them next time. Maybe they'll be the other ones that were requested by Hersh of the Abyss, because Harshit said he wanted to comment those next time, so maybe we'll get to those. But either way, thank you all so very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to follow me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!